Good afternoon. My name is Hannah Rodriguez, and today I'm going to be presenting on the topic of social work, its job field, all it has to offer, and even how a social worker can be used by God in this field. According to research that I have accumulated over the past 3 years, the need for social work in our society continuously increases as there are always people searching for hope when they are in difficult situations. For those of you who do not know what social work is, it is an emerging job field with rewarding opportunities for anyone who seeks to help others when they're going through the most difficult seasons of their life. Like many of you have a passion to do. I have gained understanding in this job field through my school studies the past 3 years, as well as doing 2 social work internships at different social work agencies. If you desire to serve others the way that Jesus did and impact the lives of those who are easily downcast in society and stand up for social justice, then social work might be the calling for you. During the next minutes that follow, I will discuss the job field of social work by first listing the 6 core competencies of social work. Second, I will describe the job variety. And then third, I will explain how a social worker can display God's love in this career through legally integrating their faith within their practice, something that God values according to Scripture. Let's dive into this. First, there are 6 core competencies in social work. The first 2 out of the 6 core competencies are service and social justice. In the field of social work, you must value putting others before yourself in order to meet their needs, as well as placing a high value on what is just for society as a whole. The next 2 core competencies are dignity and worth of the individual, as well as the importance of human relationships. In this field, one must have the value that each life is worthy regardless of the life situation or circumstance that these people are in, which might cause the rest of society to see them as worthless or less than human. One must also realize that humans were created for relationships and that a client to social worker relationship is usually highly valued by a client and should be treated as such by the worker. The last 2 core values are integrity and competence. As a social worker, one must constantly strive to be a person of character, as many clients look up to social workers and the way that they help the community and influence others. In addition, it is very important that social workers are constantly up to date on their knowledge about various people groups and constantly seeking to be competent to work with all populations and in all different types of settings. This leads me to my second point. Social workers can be employed in all types of settings doing many different tasks. For example, social workers can be employed at a school. Here, they work alongside a psychologist or a guidance counselor to provide support for students with IEP, behavioral disabilities, and emotional trauma. Another example of social work employment could be through a government agency, such as the Department of Social Services in your local county. Here, social workers can assist in areas such as foster care, adoption, child protective services, and adult protective services. Lastly, but certainly not limited to, social workers can be employed in a hospital to refer patients seen in the inpatient department to further resources that they will need once they are discharged from the hospital. This brings me to my final point. The field of social work provides vast opportunity for employees to practice the Christian faith by being the hands and feet of Jesus. Social workers can display the Christian faith in this field by caring for God's children. Scripture tells us that as Christians, we should care for the least of these in our society, such as the widows and the orphans. Examples of these scriptures can be found in Matthew 25:40, James 1:27, Psalm 82:3, and Isaiah 58:7. Social workers can also display the Christian faith by seeking justice for society based on biblical values. These ideas can be found in Isaiah 1:17 as well as Micah 6:8. And this is what Micah 6:8 says right here. It says, "He has shown you, O mortal, what is good and what does the Lord require of you? To act justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with our God." This brings me to my conclusion. As I just explained, the field of social work has 6 core competencies, has plenty of job variety, and also allows one to demonstrate the Christian principles in a secular career, all making social work a career to highly consider. Are you in search of a career that has a variety of options so that you can always do something new and different? Are you searching for a way to make a difference in the world by being the hands and feet of Jesus? If this is you, then social work is the answer to your desires.